Hi there, so I'm back and I'm going to share with you what I made with that huge bin of supplies that I picked earlier in the month of February. I do have to say that it was much too large, and due to numerous reasons, I didn't get nearly as much crafting time in as I usually do. So what I have is pretty limited to show you, and I also ended up giving away some of the Valentine cards before I got a chance to film this. So, but I know that you did see I did do a process video on one, so you were able to see that, and you know, I think there's been some pictures and stuff that I might throw up after this video. So I'm just gonna get started. I did get one scrapbook page done. I got Project Life done and multiple cards. And I do have my next bucket picked for what I'm going to be using. I think I'm going to break it down into what I'm using this week, so that I'm not pulling so much and feeling like I have to use the same product over and over to make good use of that. I mean, it looks like I didn't even touch the bin that I pulled, but you'll see that I did use some of it. So yeah, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, just to get it out of the way, is the Project Life. I haven't showed any of my Project Life, so this is the title page. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm using Becky Higgins Midnight Edition and mixing in some of her honey, and I'm mixing in a whole bunch actually. I have almost every kit, so I'm using a lot of that, and then whatever I find. I found this on Pinterest and thought it was perfect for our family, so I did that. So that's my title page, and I don't know how this is going to be with the glare with the page protectors, and I don't know that there's a good way to share these types of layouts in the pocketed pages, but I'll do the best that I can. And then you flip it over, and then I'm doing mine monthly, but it might switch to weekly, depending how it goes. I find that the years I've done monthly, I'm most successful in getting it finished. In the year I did weekly, it was really hard to get it finished. So I'm starting monthly, and I'm very free with it. You know, if I need 2 inserts that in a month, and 2 inserts I get. So I'm just not sticking down to like these pictures are exactly from this particular week. So I'm probably out of frame on this one, so I'm going to hold this one up. So that's my January card. This is a pre-printed card from the kit, and I just added some strips of washi to it, some enamel dots. Very simple. I really just want Project Life to be the one thing that I'm constantly caught up on. And here's the right side of that page. This is using the Design B page protector, which I haven't used before, and it worked out okay. I had my son, this is from, I think, a Snap 4x6 pack, the birthday one, or maybe it's the Me and My Big Ideas, but I had him write the number 5 in Patrick, so that kind of a little bit of his handwriting in there. And then you flip it, it's the first page of February, and a lot of that. Then I have, so this is a case in point where I have multiple pages for February. This would be, I guess, called an insert. I just made a collage for a couple of these. It's a great way to get, if you have like a lot of photos that don't really need their own spot, but it's just kind of funny. My husband and daughter were yelling out emotions for Patrick and I to I don't know, display, to act out, and that's what we did. So that was kind of fun. And then the back side of this, I have a little glassine envelope with the Valentines from their 2 special Valentines at school this year. Then this is another, or this, you know, last part of it. Again, pretty flat, pretty easy. Another collage. I wanted to get a lot of that story in on celebrating my daughter's heart anniversary. And I'm going to do, obviously, traditional scrapbooking, but I really wanted to get all these pictures in here and without having to put them all in and have a lot of inserts and make my album very thick. That was kind of the way to do. This is a vellum piece from Elle Studio. Alright, so that's Project Life, and I hope that the glare is not too bothersome. And then the one scrapbook page I was able to squeeze out just because I really wanted to, while I had everything pulled, document these pictures of the kids working on their Valentine's Day lists. This is the first year that they opted to do store-bought Valentines as opposed to mommy-made, I guess. And they worked really hard writing out all their names and their friends, and I can still remember doing that when I was in grade school. And so I just documented that. This is using the Crate Paper Love Notes collection, which I really liked. And some of it might be from Crate Paper 14, which was last year's Valentine's paper. So there's that. And now onto the cards I made. In between all of this, I made these thank you cards for my cousin who just had a baby. I think it's using the MFT onesie die. And then I just used the Milo alphabet from Lawn Fawn and a white gel pen to accent it. So that was really fun. So I made 24 of those. So that kind of got took up a little bit of my crafting time. So there's that. I made this card using the Lawn Fawn, I don't know the names of the sets, sorry, but the new release, the Crate, sorry, not Crate Paper, Weave Chemistry or something like that, but it's I saw this on Pinterest or somewhere, and it was the 2 birds that have glasses, and it says you and me equals adorkable, and I just thought that was so funny. And this was my first try at modeling paste, not modeling paste, embossing paste, using Simon Says Stamp Heart stencil. So it's just white on white, and I don't know if you can kind of see that, but it gives you like that raised background, so that's pretty cool. I was just playing around with this one. I had stamped and embossed this typewriter, which was from the Dollar Spot at Michael's, and then I just added some hearts, so very simple. I just was really playing around, just some embossing. I think it was actually Zing Red Metallic embossing powder, but it's very pink. This is probably my favorite Valentine card, and I made numerous ones of them, and they went home to the kids' teachers and I mean to school and to my mom and whatever. So it's my first attempt at a shaker card, and I saw it on, I think it was Avriel, but it could have been Mama Elephant. Has the stamp, I think it's Mama Elephant, has a stamp set that's a jar and with a die that matches, which would have made this process a lot easier. But I didn't have that, but I did have this jar stamp, which was an old wooden stamp I had, and I basically followed what I saw and I made a shaker out of it. So there's transparency in there, and I thought it was a pretty good replica for using what I had. I had to hand cut the jar out of the pattern paper instead of die cut it, which made me realize how spoiled I am by all these dies with matching stamps. But I thought it came out pretty good. And so this was my favorite card to give out this year. The stamps inside are Hero Arts Conversation Hearts. I put some sequins in there. I think it's Teresa Collins' We Are Family sequins, the pretty large ones. The paper was from that Echo Park Valentine one I showed. And so yeah, so that was that. It's pretty cool. And then I did the You Rock My World sentiment. This is an old MFT stamp, probably like from 3 Valentine's ago releases, I'm gonna say. So I really liked doing that. I just stamped it 3 times and then cut it out to get the different colors. There's let's see, a wood veneer I just inked in charcoal, kind of to make it a little bit more manly. So there's that. And then I also used the same sentiment on this card, which is just very simple, white on white with a little red splattering. And I saw something similar to this online. I don't know if it was actually using the same stamp or not, but and in this one I just stamped it all as one color and cut it out. And then just for some fun, I made these 4 cards that Katie wants to use for Valentine's next year, so we'll see. But they're using Lawn Fawn. It's an old one, and it's the ice cream. I don't know, let's see. Oh, it's not jumping right out at me, and I don't want to take all this time. Look for it, but it's the ice cream release from a couple, maybe last year. And this one I just, so I just stamped them, I colored them very simply, and just popped them on these 3x3 cards, and that they were really cute. So they had cute sentiments. That is using the MFT Polaroid, the smallest one. So yeah, they're really cute. And they're fun little cards, and I'm glad I made them after Katie already did her Valentine's, because I didn't have time to get these all done in time for her to send out this year. So there's that. And the last card I made was for my cousin to decide upon between the one she chose and then this one for thank you cards. And it's just, this is a really old stamp I have. I think it's from Amuse Studios when they used to be retail. It's the onesie, the clothing line of baby clothes. I just colored in Copic, 1 layer, no blending, and they're both really cute, but she chose the Kinsley one, and I would have chose that one as well because it was so personalized. So that's what I was able to make with this month's picks. And again, I'm going to switch to a weekly pick to see if that maybe helps keep me more, I don't know, on task and not feel so overwhelmed by a huge bucket. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your positive feedback and your constructive criticism. I took it all into account, and I'm hopefully that this video will be better and you'll be able to hear me and you don't feel like you're floating in outer space. In the next video, you might see me in front of the camera. We shall see. Thanks for watching.